Live! Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to the Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here at our amazing Splash Studios, ready for another exciting day of local news and information for you here on Civic Center TV. The Splash Live is part of 90 minutes of live local television that you can watch every day. It begins at 9:30 with yours truly. Tyler Keefe will be in at 10 o'clock with the MegaCast. We have big news. We're about to adjust this a little bit. I'll probably tell you more about that later in the week unless we have some extra time today. But right now, 9:30 until 11, live local information. So easy to get it every day because we're on a wide variety of outlets like most of the popular TV shows are right now. You can watch us on cable where we've been for the past several years. Civic Center TV, of course, is on Channel 15 on Comcast. We're on Channel 99 on AT&T cable, and there you're going to get at Channel 99 a menu system. Go in and pick your favorite community, and you'll find our content. You can also find us on the web at civiccentertv.com. Strongly recommend that you go there. You'll find, of course, our live programming. You'll find all of our archives. You'll find a lot of other useful information. And one of the things you'll find there is our brand new program guide, making it easy for you to find all the programs that you would like to watch and letting you know when they're on the air. Of course, we have everything on demand as well. So if you just want to go watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it, civiccentertv.com is the place to go. We're live on social media every day on Facebook and on YouTube. We invite you to go to both of those locations. Look for Civic Center TV. And how about this? We have our own radio station, 89.3 FM. Does a nice job covering our local Greater West Bloomfield area. So if you're heading out in a minute or two and you don't want to miss a bit of the program today, we've got a great guest lined up for you. Make sure that you turn on the radio, 89.3 Lakes FM, and you'll find everything that you need right there. So let's take a look at our weather. Wow, what a great day yesterday. Really warmed up in the area. It started to feel a little bit like midsummer, and that's what we're going to have today. Already up to 67 degrees, very comfortable right now. We're going to get up to 85 though for our high today, and there'll be plenty of sunshine in the area. About the same thing tomorrow. They say 84. We'll see, just about the same thing. Cooling off a little bit on Thursday, and it's going to be nice all the way through the weekend. So kids are out of school, will be out of school. Almost all of them are out of school now, so they're enjoying their summer activities and doing things, and hopefully you'll find some time before and after work, if you are working every day, to get out and enjoy the weather. I strongly advise you to do so. So here in our community, we have so many amazing people that have a profound impact on not only West Bloomfield, not only southeastern Michigan, not only the state, but also our country and the world at large. One of them is really a great guy, Mike McKinstry. He is known better to his fans as the Bassquatch Hunter. He's got a great fishing show. There's a great picture of him. He's been so good to our community, and we have some really big news about his show, about the Emmys, about Civic Center TV. Mike is standing by. We're going to talk to him. We're going to find out about his story and how he has become such an international success on the Discovery Channel and on YouTube, and hails, from right here in West Bloomfield. So we'll chat with him in just a couple minutes. Looking forward to that. Congratulations to the West Bloomfield Community Foundation. They held their final board meeting of the year, and there they are. Just thought we would recognize them for all the amazing work that they have done in the 2022-2023 year. You know, you think about all the different organizations, the service clubs, the committees, like my Michigan Week committee that I'm on, all the things that they're doing over at Parks and Rec, and on and on and on. Too many to even mention right now. So we certainly don't want all of this to go unnoticed, and that really is one of the things why we do, one of the reasons why we do the Michigan Week broadcast every year, to recognize all the people in our community that are making such a huge difference. But certainly no problem singling out this group, the West Bloomfield Education Foundation. Here are their board members, and their last meeting, they had a very successful successful year. They hold a huge event called the Family Fun Night at West Bloomfield High School in the parking lot. We're there every year right before a big football game, and we've got our amazing high school football program. That's a big part of that. And then casino night, just a couple of their activities. Good job to the Community Foundation supporting education. Obviously, yesterday, a very big day in our community and around the country. Juneteenth, of course, known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, and Celebration Day, is an American national holiday we all celebrated yesterday. It was June 19th, 1865, that the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, but it wasn't read until later. Juneteenth celebrates the day that the Emancipation Proclamation was read by Gordon Granger in Texas. A lot of activities going on over the weekend. We got some photographs here, I think, Jared, of some of the activities that were going out on during our Juneteenth celebration out at West Bloomfield High School. And thanks to all of you that took time to put some of those images up on the internet, and in particular on Facebook. I couldn't be there, but it was a great day, as you can see from all of these images, and kudos to everybody who put that event together. Wonderful event at West Bloomfield, and hopefully you had time yesterday to honor and recognize the national holiday, and maybe get a little free time if you didn't have to go to work as well. West Bloomfield Township has some amazing jobs available, and I noticed on Facebook today that they are looking for a new dispatcher for our emergency services in West Bloomfield. Now, if you are looking for a job and you want to serve your community, public safety is one area. There is certainly a need for first responders here in our community and communities all around the country. But there's a lot of other opportunities available in all of our communities. Speaking West Bloomfield for just a minute, I invite you to go to the West Bloomfield website and take a look at the jobs that are currently available. You might find something that would be great for you. And of course, you know, we have opportunities at Civic Center TV. There are opportunities, lots of them in the Parks and Recreation Department because they're very active during the summer. But there are also a lot of very good, well-paying, significant jobs that are available right through the township. So, Dave, where do I go to find out this information? All you got to do is go to wbtownship.org/jobs. We didn't even need to put the QR code up for that one because it's really easy. I'll say it one more time so you can jot it down. Just go to wbtownship.org/jobs. And if that's hard to remember, just go to the township website and go to /jobs. So just go Google West Bloomfield Township. You'll find the township website. /jobs. You'll find that dispatcher job. Nice pay, good job, big impact. I mean, you're a dispatcher. You're saving lives for people here in our community by helping to dispatch the emergency services that are so vital and needed. So it's a good gig. It's decent money, and it's a great opportunity to have some impact in the community. And that's just one sample job there. One other thing, I just want to look back on one last time here to last weekend and salute the people in Keego Harbor. Jared, you can go ahead and roll this video. Here is just a video clip put together by Robin LaFrance. Never met Robin, but thank you very much for putting this together. She posted this up on Facebook. And here is some video from last Friday's Keego Harbor Block Party that happened right behind Keego Harbor City Hall. You can see the pond, the little lake right back there. A lot of exhibitors were there. There was music. There was food. This is a couple of minute video, so we're not going to have time to play the whole thing. But it really is an amazing event and a great opportunity. And one of the things we like about living here in Michigan is when the weather is nice, getting out, getting together with our neighbors. And this happened, of course, for the first time this summer last Friday. I think it's the third Friday every month is the Keego Harbor Block Party. We'll keep you up to date. If you like to get together with your neighbors, see some exhibits, hear some music, do a little cooking, have a little food, this is a great opportunity to do it. And you don't really even need to drive all the way down to Hart Plaza or out to some other community. It's happening right here in our town. So kudos again to the folks in Keego Harbor for putting on this great block party each and and every summer, 3 times this summer. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes when we return. We're going to check in with the man that is known as the Bassquatch Hunter, Mike McKinney, from right here in West Bloomfield, making big news and making some big waves, making a big splash, as we like to say, on the show on the Discovery Channel and YouTube. And we got some news to break for you this morning with Mike. We'll do that in just a moment when we return with him right here on Civic Center TV and the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
Looking for a midweek meal? Keep the bag lunch at home this summer and enjoy street food in your neighborhood with Food Truck Tuesdays. Enjoy cuisine from around Michigan outside the WB Parks and Recreation's Activity Center with a different vendor every Tuesday, like the Potato Bar on June 27th. All summer, every Tuesday, Food Truck Tuesday. This community update from Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV. Like what you see? Beautiful works of art, masterworks of metal, and accomplishments of artistry will be on display near you. All kinds of artists from all walks of life come together to celebrate their skill and appreciate their work's beauty. Hot Works presents the 2023 Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Stop by July 29th and 30th between 2 and 10 p.m. between Powers and Daly off of Orchard Lake Road.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here on Civic Center TV. Hey, it's Tuesday. That's great news here in West Bloomfield because Tuesday means that it is Food Truck Tuesday. And on the campus at the West Bloomfield Township offices, of course, all the offices in Civic Center Drive, we have our Food Truck Tuesdays. We've got a food truck coming in each and every Tuesday. Always a lot of fun, and it's great because you have an opportunity to get together with some of the people that are your elected officials. Folks in Parks and Rec usually stop by. Folks in the police department stop by. You undoubtedly see some of the elected officials here in town. And then all of us worker bees who work so hard to make everything happen. And usually there's some really good food there today. Today's food truck is Simply Spanish. Simply Spanish. And come on by with the food truck there. It's kind of like a little mini food truck rally like we had up at Orchard Mall not too long ago. And guess what? 85-degree weather. Should be absolutely terrific. We look forward to seeing you today, West Bloomfield Township Hall, for the food truck rally. Want to let you know that at Civic Center TV, we have an amazing new addition on our website. Don't know if I can show it to you right now, but let me take an opportunity to tell you about it. And it's so simple, we should have done it years ago. But if you go to civiccentertv.com, you'll see our new program schedule, and it's right on our homepage, and it's also on its own special, unique unique page as well. It gives you a great opportunity to understand what programs are coming up, when they're going to be airing. You know, we just figured that you liked watching us all the time anyway. It didn't really matter when your favorite show was on. Now, that's not entirely the case. But we made an extra effort to make it easier than ever for you to see all of the programs when they're going to be airing on Civic Center TV. So take an opportunity, if you will, to go to civiccentertv.com and take a look at our new program schedule. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, Mike McKinstry is here. He is the Bassquatch Hunter, West Bloomfield's own. He's all mic'd up. We got him, and we'll chat with him in just a moment right here on The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome to the Bassquatch Hunter Fish Out of Water.
I've got a fish.
We share our love for fishing with our guests, and then we dive into their world and show off what they do. We both chased our dreams, but together we will chase our Bassquatch.
Hosted by Mike McKinstry. The Bassquatch Hunter. Fish out of water.
Welcome to the
I love it. I think we saw it once. It's probably good enough. Let's get to Mike. He's here right now and say good morning to Mike McKinstry, the Bassquatch Hunter, West Bloomfield's own Mike McKinstry. Hey, Mike, how you doing today? Can't quite hear you. Do we have his audio, Jared? Okay, you there, Mike? Nope. Okay, there we go. Now we got you ahead. Okay. A button or two. Thank you very much for joining us here on Civic Center TV. Good to have you with us live.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to be here.
Well, you know, I tell people all the time, there's so many people that live, grew up, work in our communities that are having a big impact right here at home and then certainly nationally, regionally, globally. Oh my gosh, you're huge on the Discovery Channel on YouTube, and it all happened from right here in West Bloomfield. You got to be thrilled with the way your life is going, Mike.
I mean, it's a lot of, I mean, first, thank you, but it's also a lot of payoffs. It's been a lot of work. We've been doing it for 7 years now, full time. So we film mostly right here in West Bloomfield. I love operating out of West Bloomfield and showing off our amazing township here too. So it's been one heck of a ride, but yeah, it's just incredible to see where it's came, and you know, all the hard work pays off.
Well, we got some big announcements, but before we get to that, I'm always curious how people make it to the big time, if you will, and do it from right here in our own community. You're doing this work here. You're competing with, you know, an entire industry of, you know, people that live in LA, that live in New York, that are connected, and somehow you made this thing happen in West Bloomfield. Tell us your story.
Man, so I started out doing marketing for 13 years. I did promotional marketing for so long. And it was one of those things where I just didn't feel like I was fulfilled. Like I didn't feel like I was 100% happy with what I was doing. And I didn't think I was really passionate enough about my job anymore. So I started thinking about like, what really makes me happy, and what do I really want to do? Like, what are my goals? Like, you know, how do I really want to spend the rest of my life working, you know? And I realized that I was just working like most of us do. I was just working just enough to be able to afford to do my hobbies that I really was happy about on the weekends. Whether it's, you know, golf or fishing or whatever it is, that's what most of us do, is we work so we can afford to do what we really want to do on the weekends. So I was like, you know, if I took all of my experience that I've had my whole life, all my marketing and sales and, you know, all the stuff that I've done, and then I took my time and everything else and put it all into one thing that really made me happy. I wonder if I could make a living doing it. And I wasn't sure how to navigate that. There's no book on how to do that or anything. So I wasn't really sure on how to make that happen. But I decided to quit my job after doing it for so long. I was at the same office for 10 years. And I literally called one day and I said, hey, I'm probably not going to come in. I'm on the water right now with a client and we're having more fun than we are working. So I literally put my notice in right then and there, quit my job. I started a YouTube channel because I didn't know what to do, how to start it. Like I said, there's no book or manual. And I got into kayak fishing, and that's the craziest thing to me still. Like, fishing out of a kayak is so shocking to people, and it still is to me to this day. But I got rid of the bass boat, and I just wanted a kayak. I wanted something small that I could take out without anyone helping me. No gas, no fuel. I could go on these small lakes that don't, West Bloomfield has so many lakes. We have 24 lakes in just our township. And there's so many lakes that don't allow boats or don't have boat launches. And I was like, man, if I had a kayak, I could get to that spot over there. And I bet you there's some good fish over there, or some good adventure, something that people haven't seen as much because there's no boats. And it literally was that easy, where I was like, I found these areas and I wanted people to see how cool it was that I could now get to these areas. I wanted people to see what kayak fishing allowed me to do and allowed me to experience. So I started making YouTube videos about it. And before I knew it, these brands were reaching out to me and saying, hey, we love your content. We love how you're sharing this. We love your new approach to this. No one's doing this yet, especially in Michigan. There's like 3 people in Michigan that were like competitively kayak fishing at the time. And I was going to tournaments and there was like nobody represented. It was such a small thing in Michigan. And I was like, all right, I got in touch with everyone from around the country that was running these organizations. I'm like, I need to build this up in my area because people need to see how cool this is. I started working with local dealers. I started just doing all this groundwork and just, working crazy amount of time just trying to build this up. Before I knew it, our YouTube channel was taking off. These brands were recognizing it. People from all over the country are messaging me saying, hey, you got me into the sport. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm making a difference here without even trying. Like, I'm making an impact here. And I feel like I have a responsibility now to make this bigger. And I need a bigger audience so I can impact more people. Fast forward 4 years, we got on cable. We won Telly Awards each year. We won a Telly Award in sports first, sports and television. Then we won a Telly Award, which is the television awards. We won a Telly Award the next year in nature and wildlife. And then we're like, all right, so our show doesn't fit into a category. It's what we do is we share, give you a quick rundown, I guess. We share what other people also do to follow their dreams too in our show. So we film with, West Bloomfield firefighters. We film with local executive chefs. We film with WWE wrestlers and NASCAR drivers and comedians and radio hosts and country singers, a variety of people who also follow their dreams to do what they love to do for a living. And we kind of share what they do in my world and teach them how to fish. Then I go in their world and they teach me how to do what they do. So we've been able to just grow this platform. We've inspired so many people to try new things, get out, find adventures, and take a risk on themselves. And you know what? Get out and catch some fish, too. Right. Have some fun.
West Bloomfield's own Mike McKinstry, the Bassquatch Hunter. Mike, we only got a couple of minutes here. Bassquatch Hunter. No, that's cool, man. You're doing great. Next time we'll book an hour with you. Bassquatch Hunter, help me out with that one. Explain what that means and where that came from.
Yeah, so the term Bassquatch, which I trademarked in 2015, I think it was one of those words where I always caught the biggest fish. I never caught the most fish. I always caught the biggest fish. And my buddy and I were watching a fishing show 2014, 2015, and this guy was like, look at this fish. It's huge. It's like a Bassquatch, like a Sasquatch. And we looked at each other, and I was like, that's it. So now we use the term the Bassquatch Hunter, more of like hunting for your adventure, finding that one elusive adventure you haven't put on camera yet or people haven't seen, just like a Sasquatch.
All right, well, I salute you. It is so difficult. I'm an entrepreneur, and I talk to other entrepreneurs all the time. That day that you turn in your notice and you're on your own, it's a scary day, but for many of us, that is the best day of our lives. I congratulate you, and we're so glad that you make our community a big part of what you're doing, and that's why you've been recognized by everyone here locally, the West Bloomfield Township Board, and all of us. So thank you very much. And then our relationship, and I'm glad that we're spending time together today. I want to get to know you better. But our relationship, you've been great to Civic Center TV. So I understand that one of your programs that you debuted on our channel then became eligible for a regional Emmy. And bring us up to date on that, if you would, Mike.
Yeah, so we aired our West Bloomfield fireman episode, actually, because it was all filmed locally. It was with, a local hero here. and an amazing time, one of the best episodes. And we submitted it to the regional Emmys, and we were it's kind of like catching fish. You know, sometimes you catch, sometimes you're just fishing. So we threw the line out there, seeing if we would just get a nomination. There's no fishing show that's ever been nominated for an Emmy, no kayak fishing show, and especially in Michigan. So we were like, yeah, let's just throw it out there, see what happens. And we got the Emmy nomination. So we got nominated with the Emmys the other day. It was incredible. We didn't win, but you know what? We won by being there. It was incredible.
Well, that's great. We have an Emmy nominated show that's been on Civic Center TV, and that is produced by one of our local heroes, if you will, if you don't mind me saying that. So that is huge. And you're working on another episode right now that maybe will give us another swing at maybe an Emmy opportunity down the road with Doug Gans over at the Orchard Lake Country Club. Tell us what you're about. And you're going to give us the opportunity to debut that one on Civic Center TV as well?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, that one. So we took Chef Doug, we took him out fishing and showed him how to catch fish out of a kayak right behind the Orchard Lake Country Club, actually in his own backyard. And then we went in his world, and he taught me how to be a chef and how to use really sharp knives. I actually cut myself pretty good on one of them, but I learned how it was like to run a kitchen, and it was an incredible episode. I can't wait for you guys to see that one.
So, what's left for you to do? What's next? Obviously you're going to continue to build your franchise and what you're doing on television, but is there anything else that you might want to take a look down the road and think, well, this is something else I want to be doing with my time?
Yeah, absolutely. So I always tell people I play chess, not checkers. So I have like these moves that I've been putting in place for years that there's so many things coming up. One big thing I'm super proud of, though, is I launched my first children's book series. We have 13 books total, but the first one is out, 2 is on the way. And that's right here. It's called The Adventures of Seth Squatch. And I do book readings all over the township and all over the state. And it's all about getting kids out of their comfort zone and meeting people that are different than them. Just like when our character Seth Squatch met his first human and learned how to fish. And it's a really cool series, but definitely that's in my future, doing more of those. We're working on, I have a board game as well for kids. And then, right here in West Bloomfield, I work with over 600 kids a year, teaching them how to fish at the kids camp. So there's a lot of things in the future that I'm working on with that. And of course, the show is growing. We're the first kayak fishing show on Discovery Channel. And we're going to keep on growing that platform.
Well, and kayaking in our area is huge. You really launched from an area that, I don't know that many people know it, but I've got a ton of friends that kayak, and our waters are great for kayaking in our inland lakes.
Absolutely. Some of the best fisheries. And it's funny, people are always like, oh, where are you going to tomorrow? I'm like, about 3 minutes down the road. I'm like, there's such amazing opportunities in West Bloomfield for fishing.
The people that I know, and I've never been a big fisherman, but quickly, the people that I know that are into fishing, it's obsessive. For me, it's aviation. For you, it's fishing. Fishing is all consuming, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, it's not about just catching fish, and I always tell people that. It's getting on the water, finding your adventure, and just having that peace. And that's what most of my guests noticed. They come out in the kayak for the first time, and whether they like fishing or not, they're always like, man, it's so cool to get out in a kayak and be part of nature and not be interrupting nature with loud noises or with oil and gas, and not being like obstructive to the natural way. Like, this is beautiful. And so it's the same idea. And we actually did an episode with a 1947 seaplane 2 seasons ago.
I saw that clip. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, that's awesome.
We got to fish out of a seaplane, and that was pretty cool.
All right, well, very good. I got a couple other friends that have them, so if you ever want to do another episode like that, let me know. Mike, thank you so much. Good. It's just another great local story, and I love telling these local stories. That's really what we're all about. Thank you for making time for us in the last minute. Congratulations with your show and all of your accomplishments and everything you're doing for the community. So good to have you with us here.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all you guys do, too, to make it all possible.
All right, very good. Mike McKinstry, he is the Bassquatch Hunter on the Discovery Channel on YouTube and on, probably Cass Lake, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake. You find him on our waters right here in West Bloomfield. They'd probably just run. If you see a guy on a kayak fishing with, like, television cameras everywhere, maybe it's gonna be Mike. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much. Thanks again, Mike. Thank you for watching The Splash Live. Very good to be with you. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 right here, Civic Center TV. Have a great day.